Well, just so proud to be able to pull that one off. First off, congrats to Leo for getting here and for the toughness that they showed fighting back. They weren't going to go down easy. So congrats to Leo. They were a very formidable opponent and state championship worthy. It wasn't the prettiest of games, and we didn't do, our shooting percentage wasn't great. The way we finished the game, free throws wasn't great. But kind of like the whole postseason, if you guys followed us, it was all just grinding it out. It was all grinding it out. It was never pretty. A lot of it was carried by defense and just a will to win and some timely plays by our guys. I know I said a lot there, but in a lot of ways I'm speechless too for being able to sit here in front of you guys.
Very good. We'll open it up. Media, again, feel free to unmute yourself if you have a question. Please say your name and your affiliation.
Deuce Dixon with WLKY Sports. This one's mostly for the players, Trey and Kooper. When you guys came into Silver Creek, they had never won a state championship. Now you guys are leaving, playing your last game with 2 under your belt. Just what does that feel? How does that feel for you guys to go out as champions?
Sure. For me, it feels great. Obviously, always want to give the glory to God, for keeping us safe and allowing us to get in this position. But it feels great, to end with a victory. I mean, that was always me and Trey's goal the whole way was to, end every season with a win. That we were thinking back, in middle school, if we were able to do that. Freshman year, we lost in the regional final. So just after that, just getting in the gym and working, really hard together, and, as a team and never taking a day off. It was just huge to our success. But it's awesome that our, hard work finally paid off, and I'm grateful for, the community that was supported us the whole way, Coach Hoffman and all the coaches and, teammates couldn't have done it without them. So really grateful.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't, I guess, have much to add besides that. Our goal is to come in every season and win as many games as possible, and just keep winning games. I mean, it's not I wish I could say something about a mentality thing or something like that, but that's really just what it was. I just wanted to win every game that I was in a Silver Creek jersey. So, yeah.
For Trey, again, Brian Newbert from goldenblack.com. Because you guys didn't get this opportunity last year and because there was so much uncertainty with this whole season, is this one different? Is this one more personally important? Does this one feel a little bit more significant? Anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, it feels a lot different. But, it's hard to say right now. I'm still kind of, got the jitters from playing, just finishing the game. So, obviously it won't set in for a while, but, I'll probably have a better answer to your question at the end of tonight. Like I said, I'm just happy we won. And yeah, like you said, I'm glad we got a chance to do it this year because we couldn't do it last year.
David?
Yeah. Hey, this is David from the Curry Journal. Question for Coop and Trey. You guys might have brushed on it earlier, but you two have known each other and played with each other for many years now and just played the final game as a teammate. You guys are probably going to go out as 2 of the most accomplished players in the program as well. And just, how would you describe the journey that you guys took together from a young age to 2-time state champs? And
it's been an awesome journey. It's sad to even think that me and Trey won't be able to play again, but God's blessed me with a great teammate to play with. Mr. Basketball candidate going to a huge school, in Purdue, which Purdue. So it's hard to grasp now what it's going to be like playing basketball again without Trey. But I'm just so blessed that I was able to make it this whole run with Trey and all the seniors and juniors. It's all professional, everyone that played. But yeah, I couldn't have done it without being blessed to play with Trey in these big games. He's a great player, and I'll miss him when I play in the future.
Yeah, I mean, just like Coop said, as well as Isaac and Nolan and Nate, just all the guys we played with, even beyond high school and middle school and elementary. So just not being able to play with those guys it's going to stink, but, I'm glad we won our last game with them. And, we're going to miss playing with each other. And I'm going to miss, facing them every day in practice because he's probably one of the best players I played against in practice. Obviously, you guys know that. So, I'm definitely going to miss it.
Hey, Trey, it seemed like they put a lot of attention on you, obviously, when you faced the basket and whatnot. Looked like they were kind of building walls between you and the basket. What kind of approach did you feel like you had to take offensively in light of that?
I mean, it was one of those things where we had to figure kind of, off the whim, we had to figure that out. I don't know if there was a certain thing. I mean, it was a low scoring game, so we just tried to hit as many opportunities as we can get, whether it be, me setting a screen, force my man to come up and, try to cut off the ball a little bit more, try to create mismatches with screens, just whatever I could do to get involved, offensive rebound, just whatever I could do to get involved, If they're going to, send everybody in the lane, all 4 other guys in the lane, then we're going to have wide open shots. We're going to have wide open cuts. And so that's kind of what happened, and that's what worked for us.
The block shot you had there in the final 30 seconds off the turnover, can you just kind of walk us through that? Was that just kind of instinct or whatever? Just kind of reacted to it?
Oh, yeah. It was, it was obviously a silly turnover by me, and a couple minutes went by where we didn't play our best brand of basketball. And so, every day I'm working on lateral quickness and being able to, jump quick off the ground and just different things with my game. So I was able to do an instinct because I practice every day on it.
Thanks, Trey.
Hey guys, Tyler Griever from WHAS in Louisville. Those last 10 seconds, it's still a one-possession game. They can get a 3 and tie, but then they go for that quick basket and the clock runs out. I mean, how crazy is that last 10 seconds for you? Just what's kind of running through your mind, really, for all of you?
Well, when it was shooting 2, Trey Kaufman was shooting 2 free throws, and he made the first one, and we went up 3, and then he took a timeout. They took a timeout, and that was their last timeout. So that kind of changed everything in the huddle. Now it was, make or miss Trey Kaufman's free throw. We're going to make him shoot a 2, and then don't take it out. And we were able to kind of force them to throw it inside the arc, and we concede a layup. It doesn't matter how much we won by, as long as we won. And that was the last time out. That's what we talked about.
Yeah, just like he said. I mean, so the Bloomington South game that we played against, unfortunately, that's what they did to us. And then we played Blackhawk a couple of years ago. But the problem in that game was they actually hit the ball out. And so I don't know if it was a rule. It wasn't a rule this year where they couldn't hit the ball.
Well, you get a warning, but they just still stop. It's supposed to be a technical, but they do stop the clock.
Yeah. So luckily, Leo didn't think to just hit the ball out of bounds and stop the clock. But yeah, that's what we talked about in the timeout. So, we perfectly executed.
Yeah, they pretty much summed it up. But I think that, like they said, that was the main thing. We were talking on the timeout. They have no more timeouts, so do not touch it. They don't make a 3, so we executed that.
So, Brandon, were you kind of trying to bait them to make that pass then? Just
blanket the arc. We're going to switch every screen and blanket the arc, and hopefully they throw it inside for a 2. We'll concede that. And when we saw him do it, I just turned around and started hugging our staff because it was just it was over. So our guys, although the previous 6 possessions, we didn't execute very well. That last possession, we did execute very well.
Brandon, this is Tom Lane from WDRB TV in Louisville. Did you know pretty much from the get-go that the guys sitting next to you were going to be pretty special players? And what is it like to have had them for this time and now that it's over?
Tom, I've been trying to avoid that question for a long time.
Sorry.
Yeah. I know people were wanting to ask it, but yes. The answer to your question is yes. A, because I knew their families, and both of them come from great families. And B, they've been in our program since 3rd grade. And just seeing them grow up and mature the way they carry themselves, and their work ethic. I mean, we're talking about two like Indiana high school basketball legends now. Two championships. You talk about a third one. But legends, not just in our school history, but Indiana high school history. So I think I told Josh earlier this week, like, there's hundreds of coaches in the state that don't get to coach one of a player like Trey is or Coop is. And we had two of them in the same class. And that's just, the Lord has blessed me beyond belief to get to experience this.
Which, just to kind of build on that, can you put Trey's career in perspective? Can you put his improvement here the last couple of years in perspective as well?
Well, we were up here his freshman year. We played New Albany when they had Romeo his freshman year. And Trey was still growing. He was all arms and legs and awkward and gangly and falling all over the place. He was 6'5", probably 160. And now he's a man. Like, he is a man. He's progressed and just added so many things to his game and done so much stuff to his body. Purdue is getting a special talent that I think will have a big impact right away, no question. Because I know Trey, he's going to continue to get better in the, starting now for next year.